Hi, so I have a question for people who doubt the continuity, the veracity of the Bible. So, if the Bible isn't true, then how come if you look at the genealogy of names in Genesis 5 and you go from Adam to Noah, it spells out the story of Jesus Christ's ministry on earth? Basically, I'm not going to do every single name right now, but if you translate their names into Hebrew, it basically says, um, man appointed mortal sorrow, the blessed God comes down teaching, and his death brings the despairing rest. Okay, so how do you explain that away? And then another one I have is God's name in the four letter um, mode, which people call the tetragrammaton. Um, if you take it back from modern Hebrew into from English to modern Hebrew to Assyrian Hebrew into Paleo Hebrew, where it's pictograms, kind of, not quite hieroglyphics, but the symbols for God's name in Hebrew, they're the symbols for behold the hand and behold the nail. Okay, so what do you do with that? Um, the other thing is that so in Genesis 6, it talks about giants, um, and then all sorts of other shenanigans, demigods, and all that. And then every civilization has those pictures and stories and everything. And then there's like a flood story in almost every civilization that lines up with Noah. And I think even the symbol for like a boat is like in Chinese is like eight persons in a boat or something like that. And then yeah, then Cherokee Indians, like they're basically Hebrew. They believe all the same things, like no witchcraft, no pork. God's name is Yahovah, right? And then um, Nawa, Noah, like survived the great flood in an ark with eight people that killed all the giants. Um, there's another civilization, yeah, like Chinese pictographs and Native Americans. That's all I'm remembering right now. But like, how do you explain away all this evidence? Like, do you explain it away because like it wasn't spoon fed to you on Reddit or on TV? Just let me know.